the essence of which it is constructed, and, in connection with man on the mental plane, with the type of elemental which he can control, and send forth as the occupier, or vitalizing agency of the thought form. Roughly speaking, a solar logos works only through the greater builders, the Manasaputras in their various grades on the two higher planes of the solar system. He works through them, and sends them forth upon the mission of constructing, and vitalizing the systemic thought form, with the specific purpose in view. The planetary logoi work primarily through the builders of the next three planes, Atma Buddhi Manas, who construct and control the work of the planetary schemes. Men work through the builders of the lower mental planes, and the astral plane, for the human thought forms, are kama manasic. The physical plane builders, are swept automatically into action by the force of the currents, and energies set up in subtler matter, by the great builders. The inserted tabulation opposite may make this clear. If the table is carefully studied, it will be seen that the fivefold earlier enumeration concerns the most important kingdoms in nature, whilst the final two are peculiarly interesting in that the mineral kingdom can in no sense be considered a principle, but simply the densest point of concretion of the abstract, and that the vegetable kingdom has a peculiar place in the economy of the system as the transmitter of the vital pranic fluid. The vegetable kingdom is definitely a bridge between the conscious and the unconscious. Here I am using these words in their broadest and most general sense. Though it is known that the mineral kingdom has a consciousness of its own, yet sensation is more distinctly recognizable in the second kingdom, and the distinction between the consciousness of the mineral and that of the animal is so vast that their respective consciousnesses are basically unlike. Between these stands the vegetable kingdom, approximating more generally the animal consciousness than the mineral, and having a most esoteric relationship to the Devi evolution. Tabulation IV the building entities quality entity center personality kingdom 1. Atma logos head, brain, grand heavenly seventh unity man 2-3 Buddhi manas planetary logos heat and throat heavenly men 6th and duality 5th 4. Mental man solar plexus man 4th triplicity base of the spine 5. Astral animal generative organs 3rd duality 6. Etheric vegetable spleen 2nd transitional 7. Dense mineral known 1st unity. All these kingdoms of nature are forms of thought. All have body, vitality, quality and purpose, and all are sent out by a greater life than their own upon a specific mission. They are sent forth by those who are self-conscious and are a blend of mind, spirit and objective form. Only the self-conscious can create, and only they are capable of purpose, of coordination, of direction and control. Even though it may seem that much has been left unsaid, yet in due consideration of the above 4 points in connection with purpose, in the thought form, much can be worked out by the student himself. In extending these ideas to a solar logos, many questions of interest arise, which are profitable only in so far as they expand the concept, and widen the horizon of the thinker. The logoid purpose is not yet comprehensible to man. It does not profit him to meditate thereon, yet in the formulation of ideas, and their apprehension by thinkers may come the gradual dawning of a day of recognition, and a subsequent cooperation with that divine purpose. Let us, therefore, formulate some of these questions, leaving the future to reveal the answer. 1. What may be the purpose of the present incarnation of the solar logos? 2. What is the purpose which may perhaps be working out in our own planetary scheme, and what is the basic plan of our planetary logos? 3. Wherein does it differ from other planetary schemes? 4. What is the purpose lying back of the relation existing between our Earth and Venus? 5. Is the purpose of the animal kingdom, as a whole, in any way to be ascertained? 6. What is the purpose back of the present root race evolution? Can we realize it? 7. What is the purpose behind the differing national forms? Let us next bring the whole idea down to a more practical basis, and formulate questions along the following lines. 1. In what type of matter do I usually formulate thoughts? 2. What is the psychic quality of my thought forms? 3. With what specific purpose do I use mental matter? 4. Do I work in mental matter consciously or unconsciously? 5. Do I vitalize my thought forms with a high or a low order of entity? 6. Do I study the laws of construction? 7. Do I realize the power of the will to vitalize? 8. Do I destroy thought forms when they have accomplished their purpose by a conscious act of the will? 9. Do I make forms which bring karmic effects, or do I build those which go to the good of the group? Many such thoughts will arise, and in the study of thought man learns the laws of being. 2. The laws of thought. There are three great laws, that we might term the fundamental laws of the cosmos, of that greater system, recognized by all astronomers, of which we form a part, and 7 laws inherent in the solar system. These 7 we might consider secondary laws, though, from the standpoint of humanity, they appear as major ones. A. 3 cosmic laws. The first of the cosmic laws is the law of synthesis. It is almost impossible for those of us who have not the Buddhic faculty in any way developed, to comprehend the scope of this law. It is the law that demonstrates the fact that all things abstract and concrete exist as one. It is the law governing the thought form of that one of the cosmic logoi in whose consciousness both our system, and our greater center, have a part. It is a unit of his thought, a thought form in its entirety, a concrete whole, and not the differentiated process that we feel our evolving system to be. It is the sum total, the center and the periphery, and the circle of manifestation regarded as a unit. The second law is the law of attraction and repulsion. Fundamentally, the law describes the compelling force of attraction, that holds our solar system to the Sirian. That holds our planets revolving around our central unit, the Sun. That holds the lesser systems of atomic and molecular matter circulating around a center in the planet. And that holds the matter of all physical plane bodies, and that of the subtle bodies coordinated around their microcosmic center. The third law is the law of economy, and is the law which adjusts all that concerns the material and spiritual evolution of the cosmos to the best possible advantage and with the least expenditure of force. It makes perfect each atom of time, and each eternal period, and carries all onward, and upward, and through, with the least possible effort, with the proper adjustment of equilibrium, and with the necessary rate of rhythm. Unevenness of rhythm is really an illusion of time, and does not exist in the cosmic center. We need to ponder on this, for it holds the secret of peace, and we need to grasp the significance of that word through, for it describes the next racial expansion of consciousness, and has an occult meaning. In the nomenclature of these laws much is lost, for it is well nigh impossible to resolve abstractions into the terms of speech, and not lose the inner sense in the process. In these laws we again have the threefold idea demonstrated, and the correspondence, as might be expected, holds good. The law of synthesis, the will aspect, first aspect. The law of attraction, the love aspect, second aspect. The law of economy, the activity aspect minus third aspect. B7 systemic laws. Subsidiary to the 3 major laws, we find the 7 laws of our solar system. Again we find the law of analogy elucidating, and the 3 becoming the 7 as elsewhere in the logoic scheme. In each of these 7 laws we find an interesting correlation with the 7 planes. They are 1. The law of vibration, the basis of manifestation, starting on the first plane. This is the atomic law of the system, in the same sense that on each of our planes the first subplane is the atomic plane. 2. The law of cohesion. On the second plane cohesion is first apparent. It is the first molecular plane of the system, and is the home of the monad. Divine coherency is demonstrated. 3. The law of disintegration. On the third plane comes the final casting off, the ultimate shedding of the sheaths, of the fivefold Superman. A koan of the sixth initiation discards all the sheaths beneath the monadic vehicle, from the atomic to the physical. 4. The law of magnetic control holds sway paramountly on the Buddhic plane, and in the development of the control of this law lies hid the control of the personality by the monad via the egoic body. 5. The law of fixation demonstrates principally on the mental plane, and has a close connection with manas, the fifth principle. The mind controls and stabilizes, and kohini is the result. 6. The law of love is the law of the astral plane. It aims at the transmutation of the desire nature, and links it up with the greater magnetism of the love aspect on the Buddhic plane. 7. The law of sacrifice and death is the controlling factor on the physical plane. The destruction of the form, in order that the evolving life may progress, is one of the fundamental methods in evolution. The intermediate law of karma. There is also an intermediate law, which is the synthetic law of the system of Sirius. This law is called by the generic term, the law of karma, and really predicates the effect the Sirian system has on our solar system. Each of the two systems, as regards its internal economy, is independent in time and space, or, in other words, in manifestation. We have practically no effect on our parent system. The reflex action is so slight as to be negligible, but very definite effects are felt in our system through causes arising in Sirius. These causes, when experienced as effects, are called by us the law of karma, and at the beginning they started systemic karma which, once in effect, constitutes that which is called karma in our occult and oriental literature. The lipical lords of our system, the systemic lords of karma, are under the rule of a greater corresponding lord on Sirius. We have therefore 1. The three cosmic laws of synthesis, attraction and economy. 2. The Sirian law of karma. 3. The 7 laws of the solar system. As we have been told, our 7 major vibrations are the vibrations of the lowest cosmic plane. There is our habitat. Our Logos himself, the heart of his system, is on the cosmic astral plane. He is polarized there. Just as the units of the fourth creative hierarchy, the human, are evolving through the use of physical bodies, but are polarized at this time in their astral vehicles, so we have seen that the objective solar system forms the physical body of the Logos, though his polarity is in his astral body. It is significant that in this greater Manvantara, the Logos is to take the fourth cosmic initiation. A hint which may enlighten lies in the correspondence which exists between this statement, and the fourth root race development, and this, the fourth